Kyle's Unpopular Opinions, conservatism. What do I think of conservatism? Well, I did a video on this like 10 years ago or something crazy, but I wanted to reiterate this point because I think it's important. My unpopular take on conservatism is this. I could very easily imagine a situation wherein I become a conservative. What? What does that mean? Let me explain. So one of the definitions of conservatism is abiding by tradition and doing things the way that we used to do things because we think that's the best way to do things. Now, right now, under the current system, I'm the furthest thing from a conservative. I'm not conservative at all. I think the way we do things is terrible. I think we need to fix it. I believe in progress. I believe in change. Obviously, I believe in whatever you want to call it, a version of populist leftism or social democracy or libertarian socialism, whatever you want to call it, a mix of thereof. But right now, in the future, if we get to a certain point, I might become a conservative. So if you put me in a time and a place where I think things are working relatively smoothly, boom, I'm a conservative. So if we lived in a country where we had Medicare for all, free college, a living wage, we ended the wars, we abolished student debt, we abolished medical debt, we gave people paid time off by law, we had higher unionization rates. If we lived in a country that already solved what I think are the big problems, then I'm a conservative because I'd say, no, I don't want to change much. I want to keep things functioning as is. And if you have brilliant ideas that come along that like, oh, we're going to fix this even more, I'd say, whoa, but things are working well. You better be damn sure that whatever you're trying to implement would actually make things better. Because I think there are ideas on the left that are somewhat utopian and haven't really been tested, and if you implement them, it might make things fall apart. And so I'd be the one. There's a famous saying. Somebody said a conservative is somebody who stands there with their arm up, trying to stop history or something like that. I butcher the quote, but you get the gist of it. Yeah, I would be that person if we lived in a functioning country and we had good policies already in place. So, because there's some people who would say, no matter what, I want progress. I want change. I want to improve things. I want to always work on improving things. I'm one of the people who says, when we get to a place which realistically seems like it might be as good as it can get, and obviously there's a value judgment in there and you have to determine when you think we're at that place. But if we get to a place like that, I would instantly become a conservative. And I think I'd even be allowed an aggressive conservative. Be like, why do you want to change shit? It's working really, really well. So it wouldn't be that difficult for me to get to a place where I'm a conservative. But obviously right now we're nowhere near that place, so I just don't really talk about that. But if we lived in a highly functioning country where workers, were paid well and we had free college and a living wage and we ended the wars and we had free healthcare and all these things, suddenly, all of a sudden, I'd be arguing like, guys, we have a pretty sweet deal here. So maybe pump your brakes on any sort of utopian, goofy ideas to make too much change too fast. So anyway, that's my view on conservatism. Obviously, my current view on conservatism is, if you are conservative in this current system, you're not paying close enough attention.